Yay. Okay, we already have a fantastic group of you here. And Grace and I promised that this was not going to be a crazy slide presentation, and it's not. And in the 1 hour before email and the email that we sent out yesterday, I kind of prefaced for those of you that do want your websites, forms, or emails reviewed, we are going to prep you on when to post those links in the chat. So this is your moment right now. If they're not already by you, find those links and get them ready, and we will tell you when to put them in the chat. So while everyone is still joining, I know we're only 3 minutes in, but this is a very prompt audience from Jersey, from New York City. Wonderful. I wanted to showcase in registration, we asked you a few questions, and I love peer learning. I love when we get to learn together as a group. And so I wanted to just showcase a little bit about who's here together. We asked, how many monthly donors do you have? 61% of you are at 1 to 200 monthly donors. Just starting at 17%, 500 plus donors, almost 13%. 200 to 500 monthly donors at 8.6%. This is an impressive group of fundraiser here, really gathering the believers, which are your monthly donors, together to support your cause. So you are in a great group. So just applause, confetti applause for all of you and where you're currently at and where you are going to be going. Another question we asked is, what would you like us to review? So I was really curious about where everybody would stand. And there's a lot of you. Where's my listen and learn people? You can do a little hand emoji in the chat or a thumbs up. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Sarah. Lots of listen and learn crew here just to advise. And I love the organizations that are going to showcase their orgs so that we can all learn together. There was about just over 50 wanted to review your donation forms, a little bit less than that on your email series, which I actually think should be more. So once you start to see your peers share their emails, maybe it will excite you to want to share yours with us. And I'm just coming out of my monthly giving mastermind email review call with Caroline, who's an incredible copywriter. So I have some straight hot off the press information regarding emails. And the highest wanted to review was your website, which I'm super excited about. Grace is a profound expert in these things.
Very kind.
And then the favorite thing, no, you are. The favorite thing that I asked was, by the end of this year, what would a successful monthly giving program look like for your organization? And just look at some of these responses from your friends on this call right now. 55 monthly donors to celebrate our 55th anniversary. 10 new monthly donors to continue that growth year over year. 20 new monthly donors at $40 a month. Increase from 4,000 to 5,000 per month. A vibrant community of monthly donors who understand the value and purpose. A clear donor engagement plan in place. Like, this is so good. These are so good. And I don't want these to just be words that you listed on a registration page. I hope that through today's session, we're going to make these things happen. So how do we put the practical, tactical changes in place to make the realities happen? So we're going to talk today through forms, as we promised, your donation forms, how to optimize them specifically for recurring giving and just donating overall. We're going to talk about your websites, how to really excite someone, whether they're visiting you on mobile or desktop. How can we elevate that messaging so that right when they get there, they know they're in the right place, they're excited about your organization. And we're going to talk about emails, because we should send way more of them. However, if we do send more, they should be drafted in what I love from Caroline's call this week with my mastermind that she spoke about was they should kind of like tickle all 5 of your senses, which I thought was such a cool way to think about it. And if your emails aren't calling out a few of the 5 senses, how can we restructure those emails? So with all of that to say, I don't want to spend too much time on the slides, but I do want to do introductions. So if you have not met me before, which I think most of you probably have, I'm Dana Snyder, and I am semi-obsessed with monthly giving, is what I say. I truly believe in building the next generation of micro philanthropists. I love calling in committed donors is what I believe your monthly donors are. They're committed to the long-term value and vision of your mission for your organizations. And so I do that through my podcast, Missions to Movements. I host the Monthly Giving Summit coming up in February, and through doing educational webinars like this with lovely people like Grace from I Donate. Grace, would you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. I'm Grace Daniel. I'm an account executive over on the I Donate team. Our main bread and butter is donation pages, from embedded forms to pop-up forms, and our entire team is trained to optimize online giving and give you guys actionable tips right out of the gate.
And for any of you who are in my Sustainer Slack group, Grace was a gem and did the fastest audit reviews known to mankind, going through websites. So we're going to get to as many of you as possible in today's session. But before we do that, I wanted to go ahead, and Grace has a pretty cool case study that Scott talked about on the podcast today. So Grace, I will I'll pull up your screen if you want to give some context and then maybe show this case study.
Absolutely. So the recent thing in Mobile First is adding in a pop-up form. Connie Maxwell Children's Ministries, one of our partners, we worked with them to test a pop-up form versus their embedded form, and we found the pop-up was doubling the embedded form, raising 50% more. And then overall, they increased their giving by 27% with the pop-up. So I'd love to show y'all what this kind of looks like for them. When you enter their page, they have the animated Help Children and Families. When you click on it, it's going to pop right out.
Before we even, I just want to do this, like a mini audit within like an audit. So this is how this whole conversation is going to be, by the way. This is going to be Grace and I just throwing down things. This is very informal. Shout out your questions. You can do it in the Q&A or in the chat. Just right off the bat, it doesn't say donate. It says help children and families. I love an intent line on a button. So sorry, go ahead.
No, I love it. And not only an intent line, but the color. We found on different pages, the color of the button honestly can indicate a lot. Like testing with these lovely company, they used to have it blue, matched their logo, but they did a lot better with this nice animated button with, like you said, a great connection. When you pop it out, they immediately talk about how every gift makes an impact, talking directly about how your generosity helps them, brings the donor in. It's not just the generosity, it's yours. We have a gift array here with a give once or a monthly. Then they have a gift array tested for them with an auto click on 25. You can give an honor or you can give here. So you go ahead and you help the children. You get this prompt for recurring giving. We have the option to continue to give what you already wanted to, or we prompt people to give $9 a month or $5 a month. It's lower than the 25 they originally clicked, but as a lot of you guys know, this donor is going to be way more valuable to you over time. And then you can hit no thanks, just give 25 this time, and it'll take you through to get your information. But if someone doesn't want to, and they X out, this little guy is going to follow you, asking if you wanted to complete your gift.
Awesome. And this was, so before, what was the before of what they had?
Yes. So before they had an embedded form, so I can pull up their main form. And then Michelle, this company's actually using I Donate, where I'm from, to power their embedded and pop-up forms. So an embedded form, and this still works great, by the way. Embedded forms are a great place to start. Yeah. And here they have their Give, Restore, Faith, and Family, more about what they do. And then they have a very simple form. This company, we have trialed with them, A/B tested really complicated forms and very simple forms. This has been what works best for them.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, and A/B testing, I think, is also a really powerful thing to be able to test with the organization. Yes. Yeah, Megan, I think it's interesting when she talks about the value proposition. That's true. Having the ability to test and also customize what's in the pop-up with the messaging language and what's going to work best for their audience group. So it's interesting. I probably would also think that this could be more compelling, but it seems to work for them.
It depends on the organization a lot.
Yeah,
and totally. As a general note, we typically recommend people to add, direct value statements. What does $10 do? What does $25 do? And that is what we recommend, especially nonprofits who are smaller in the space. We tested that with them. And shockingly, this is what was working better for this organization. And
Interesting.
I see Lauren has a question in the chat. It depends. With having the monthly automatically selected, we do test that on the embedded form. And it's done great things on embed, but right now we recommend not having it auto-checked in a pop-up form.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's interesting that they're different.
Yeah. Let's go through. Okay. So we have our case study. Thank you for sharing this. I just wanted to give us all a little bit of time to pull up your own individual links and share just an example of what this looks like live in action. Already things are coming in hot. Let's go back. I want to bring the attention back to all of your organizations. So with that said, we're going to look at your forms and websites first. So if you have a website URL, or it's honestly your website URL that has a form in it that you want us to look at, now is the time. Go ahead and drop that in the chat. Yes, they're already flowing. Okay, fabulous. I'm going to go in order, Grace, if that works for you.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to set a timer. We will review websites for about 20-ish minutes. And then for those of you that want me to review your emails, please, this is going to be the same thing. We're going to pause the timer and then share your Google Docs. It was the best way I could think about to do this, that ideally are editable. If not, they at least have viewable access so that I can see it. I would love to be able to write in there for you, but if not, that's okay. So just go ahead for my email people. You can start to get those ready. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing this screen and let me just I'm going to bring up the first one. Give me 1 second. And Janine, this is going to be you. So that this is easy, I am going to share this entire screen. Okay. And Grace, I will let you rock and roll.
Absolutely. So where we typically start is you've got your donate button in the top corner. I love that. It's a color, it's easy to see. If you can, bold it just so it sticks out more with the actual donate word. Cool. If not, it's another color. That's incredible. It matches your branding.
I'm always curious about mobile.
Yes. So
you're seeing my tree background, everyone on my computer.
Very cute. You always check on mobile. So on a mobile experience, it doesn't auto pop up. If you want to go back to it, you have to click into the side to get to donate, which that's fine. I always recommend when you're setting up both your landing page and your donation form, check everything on mobile as you build.
Yeah, same.
We're in alignment on that.
Yeah, I prefer it to be, and now we're on your specific donate page, so maybe it's different on homepage, but I would make it available so that you don't have to click into like a hamburger menu is what they call it.
Awesome. So if you want to go ahead and hit donate, we'll head into their main page.
Oh, I think this is the donate. Let me see. Oh, there's a give today.
Okay.
So wait, let's see if that is right. So
yes,
this is actually good for us to like showcase live in action. So that is the place. So now I click give today.
All right. Out of the gate, you are creating traction if they click donate and then they have to click give now. All of that information on give now is important. You want that to live in your website. But when someone clicks donate, you want to take them right to the place they're going to give, removing as much traction as you can.
Yep.
Then,
because this is great copy. We all have our reasons for wanting to save and care for this land, our community. Maybe you feel more alive. This is so good. My suggestion would be, it's very hard to read this in one block paragraph. You're going to hear me talk about this in email too. How can you make this more staccato for any of like my music lovers out there and bold certain things? So break this up a bit more so that it's more readable.
I also, if you take this copy, like Dana said, it's great to break it up. I'd almost like to see it right on your like main donation page when people click on it. Because right now with the experience, if you click give today and pull through, we'll come back. I know I'm kind of going through a lot. If you're able to put that right here up top with the thank you for a gift today, you've got a lot of great text in there. Definitely break it up. like Dana recommended, but having it on the same page as you're giving just makes the experience smoother, and it gives them a good reason to give out of the gate. It pulls them in.
Or honestly, because I think this is an embed form, the embed form could just live right in here.
Yes, absolutely.
And then I'm curious about, of course, I have to look at what happens with monthly. Oh, it's the same page. So I would see one, if I'm clicking, if my intent is to be a monthly donor and I click be a monthly donor, I would hope that this is a different experience, that it's like pre-selected to monthly, that it's different dollar amounts, that it has the look and the feel of, and this is thank you for making a gift today. It's a monthly gift. So really think about the intent that somebody is having when they click on a button. Okay, cool. I know we're throwing lots of things at you. And for today, for tomorrow. Yeah, I would think overall you could just make it much more simple and have the actual form right in this or a pop-up right here. Okay, awesome.
Awesome. So if we want to go to the main form, or are we moving on from this one?
I was going to move on to the next
Go
one. We're
ahead.
going to have so many different versions of things to share. We're going to do
Absolutely.
quick fire. Okay, we're at border perspective, peacekeepers movement. Okay, I see a couple things going on.
All right. And is this specifically the donation page, I'm guessing, instead of the homepage? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
backpedal it first, see what the homepage experience to giving page is. I'm sure it's probably click through, but I always like to check it as we're moving through. So from here, it would be donate to peacemakers. And then it pops up where we're already at. Awesome. Love it. Very simple to use. I love the goal metric you have right on the top, make people feel like they're part of it. And then if you click give today, where does that take us?
To a page with a form.
All right. I am a big fan of, well, okay, starting with this. I love everything you have on that first page. It's super compelling. I'd like to see some more text on this one right in line with what's going on. You have monthly pre-selected. If that works for y'all, keep it. I like that you have annually as an option as well. Some people have a drop down. And then let me zoom in
This
on
is
this
the
a little
same
more.
thing though, right? It could just be right in here. Like don't make
Yes.
people go to a separate page. Same thing as last time. Although you do have a, does this pop up? What does this do? This pops up.
Okay. I would recommend you put the pop-up on the main page, which it may have been. We didn't spend a ton of time on the main page. Keep the pop-up there. But once someone clicks the main donation page, they've already hit intent. That's what they're looking to go do.
Yeah.
So taking what's on this page, you start off so strong. You have the metric here, how far you've raised. Having the giving page right below it so people can take the action is very compelling. It's going to be quick, donate, add the money, done. Do you have a digital wallet within your page? This might be a comment section thing. We may not be able to see it without putting in a credit card. Don't think so? Okay. Highly recommend you take a look at that. Moving into the mobile first generation, on that, we should check this in a mobile situation, Dana. Adding
This
in
page?
several.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Like if Apple Pay and
Yeah.
Google Pay pop up. Okay. Yeah, I know where you're going.
So Google Pay, Apple Pay, PayPal, Venmo, giving that option is great. Even if you've just started the application process, Michelle, working on it is the right place you want to be because monthly givers, they can tap to pay and they're in. It takes them 2 clicks. They're in and now you have a monthly donor. And it's not just the younger generation. For example, my dad's in his 60s and if he can't donate on his phone, it's the only thing he uses. He never brings his computer out anymore.
I would also, right here, if I'm looking at it, I don't know what the Peacekeepers movement is. Now, you might be talking about it in your email or somewhere for someone to get directly to this page, but I would take some of this and some of this. I love this. It's because you believe in our mission. It will look different for each of us, but we can all take one next step. So good. I would bring this up here. Have some of that language right at the top. That value proposition. Cool. Yay. Thank you for
Love
sharing.
it.
Okay. We're moving right along. Cactus cancer. Okay. And Lauren did say this is the page for our current recurring giving campaign.
All right. That is always great context to have. Sorry, pardon me with my eyesight. I should be wearing glasses. Okay. So this is specifically your monthly giving. You've got a lot going on out of the gate. You have the image, make groups feel like less isolated. That's great. And you can, I'm guessing, will you be one of the 14? Can we toggle that to one time versus monthly?
No.
Okay. And if you scroll down, if you're going to have them where there's two right on the screen, people are going to think that's a toggle. They're going to think they can click donate to monthly. I like your thinking. Having the give monthly is important. But if this is specifically your monthly giving page, did we confirm that from the comments? Dana, I'm asking.
This is the specific, I know it's a monthly giving campaign page specifically. That's
Okay.
why I did notice this is set to a monthly giving only form. So I do agree with what you're saying here.
I think you should have it so it's just monthly. That way you can, it doesn't confuse people. It makes it an easier flow as they come down. I like the say yes to young adults, the text on the side. Be one of the 14. Every $21 says yes to one more young adult. That's great. I like that you have the 21, 42. You're keeping it in line with what you're saying. But with this one, you've only had what the $21 is. Typically, when you're pushing for a monthly giving campaign, telling people what each thing does, like this is how you do X, or this amount helps with Y.
Oh, here it is. But I'm not sure what 3 yeses mean. Yes to adults facing cancer.
Yeah, I see that too. And there you have the more yeses. Now, Dana, I'm going to let you pop in here on this copy and kind of chat through.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of copy going on. So I would kind of similar where what can we share right at the top that's going to make the most, like I do love you have this social proof right here at the top for a banner. But I would simplify, and again, same thing. If people are, this is one of the top notes that Caroline shared in our copywriting review. How many of you are skimmers when you read things? Like, I don't know about you, but I definitely am. And how can we make this a skimmable page? Yes, I'm seeing confetti. So bold certain things that if I was just to see the bolded items, do I get a clear sense of what this is? And I'm not, if there is trying to be a correlation specifically to 21 about that amount does something with the programs that you have, what is that serving one person, like 21 times 12? If you're trying to be kind of specific about it, or is it supposed to be more holistic, that it's just a number that means something to the organization? I would spell that out a little bit. But overall, I would say simplify, make it skimmable, add some photos, add some images in here. You can add another button. You do have the Give Monthly that kind of follows you down, but you could add another one if you wanted to. Yeah, I don't get the no into yes. Yeah, I would really, this is great because it's peer-to-peer perspective when you're reading this. I don't fully grasp, and again, I don't know your mission, and I've spent 0.2 seconds looking at it. But I'm not sure I know what the yes is doing, if that makes sense. So I would look through the copy a bit more and these dollar amounts and see if there's a more I was going to say comprehensive. That's not what I meant. Like specific alignment impact with those numbers. Okay, cool. Otherwise, I love this specificity of it's monthly giving. It's a monthly giving only form. Just making that clear from the top. Okay, up next. This is a USTA. This is specifically their monthly giving form.
Awesome.
And this was from their homepage.
Okay, so I'm guessing if you click donate, this is what pops up?
I believe
like
so.
in the top corner, or does that take you to an embed?
Nope, that's it.
That is it if you click on it? Okay.
Yep.
So this is pop-up form. It comes up. You have the give once automatically. I love that. Pay it forward. So far, I'm loving what y'all got going on. Go ahead and click monthly. Does that change the amounts?
It does.
It does. Okay.
Good.
That's great. It makes it easier. It makes it more digestible. And then you still have the option to do a solo one. If you go to give once and then hit donate.
One key thing, I saw
Yes.
it's going towards the Play It Forward fund. I'm assuming you want that because this is the Play It Forward one that popped up. Just note for who sent this to me, Renee. Click on donate. Yep, it goes to your monthly. The one thing I would state is if you're trying to encourage people to give monthly in here in like your value proposition, is to state why does monthly make a difference? How do you encourage the monthly contribution instead of the one time? I know spacing and characters are limited in here. This is partly why if you have a monthly giving page, you can add a little bit more color to that. But right within here, how could we say, consider monthly today to da 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 da? Like, how can you make that instead of just donate today? How can we add a monthly angle to this? Cool. Otherwise, really good. Open door mission. This is Logan.
All right. So I see on the homepage, is this the homepage or did we already click give now to get
No,
here?
this is their donate page.
All right. So you get to donate. You have starting with your image, open door mission. Okay, give now, provide safe home meal. Okay, can you scroll down to gift amount?
Yep.
Is there a reason you have it purple? Looking at it, maybe it is, maybe it's your branding. It can be really hard for people to look at dark purple. For example, I have problems with colors. I can barely read what's in the white. So I typically ask people why they use such a contrasting color, especially when your donate buttons seem to have been a different color at the top.
Ooh, that's such a good point. There's accessibility websites that you can do a check. I've actually had this done with all of my deck presentations because before my score was awful, Grace. I got like the lowest. And I was like, okay, clearly I need to change all my colors around so people can see it. That's a really good point.
Yes. And like I said earlier, when we were talking about colors, testing can be important because sometimes a color does work better for a specific donor. You just need to make sure it's easily accessible. Like Michelle just dropped a contrast checker. That's great.
Thank
It's
you.
just keeping in mind what's more digestible for people.
Perfect.
Okay. And then does this have a recurring gift prompt towards the top?
It has the give monthly that you can hover over and select your start date.
And then I'm going to ask this because we obviously don't have the ability to throw credit card info in. If I hit give once and I give my information, do you have a follow-up push for monthly?
It's a good question. Something else on the colors. When I first saw this, I thought somehow I had been pre-selected for all of the amounts because I'm used to when something's bold, just like here, I've clicked on it. So therefore, like I'm selecting something, not knowing that the lighter color is when it shows that it's selected. So obviously it populates there, but that's just like something that my brain is like cognitively used to.
That's a great point. It does seem auto-selected. So I think the main takeaway I have on this
separate page.
Okay, awesome. Let's do another
Superhero.
one. See, here you have the green. Join the Heartland hands up at the top, and it turns yellow. I would just standardize buttons across the website.
Okay, and there's already multiple things happening here. So we're on this page, be a superhero. Maybe this goes along with the video that's here, but then the program's called Join Heartland Hands. I'm not sure of the connection between these words. Oh, it's just the video. So again, same thing. We shouldn't have to click again. Like if I've clicked give monthly, I should be able to give monthly right on the page. I think we're seeing a little bit of a trend with this is how do we simplify where everyone's going? This one does have give monthly with your dollar amounts.
Okay. I like simpler to take a look at.
Yeah. Logan, I hope that's helpful. I'm going to keep, we've got only a couple of minutes. Hold on. How many more can we get through? We're going to go rapid fire.
All right, we're gonna rapid fire. And if we don't get to y'all today, that's okay. I Donate does give donation page tune-ups. I'll be dropping a link later. And if there's any of you who want to meet one-on-one about it, totally can. We want to make sure we get the most value right now. But if it's like, hey, I felt like mine got skipped, we can have a follow-up conversation.
Yeah, I'm going in the order that I see them right now in my chat. So this is Michelle. So Campfire Circle, specifically on monthly.
All right. Okay,
So let's
I
see
like
how
that
we get here.
Yes, let's see.
Oh.
Is this a homepage?
Well, I clicked on the logo. I'm going to guess that this is going to be their website. Hold on.
Let's take a peek.
Yes. Okay. So
All
if
right.
we go to donate.
One thing on this page,
Yeah.
the donate buttons are different colors. That is okay. I would ask why you do it because the navy blue doesn't necessarily match your branding. I like that it stands out though. That's very compelling that it's a different color. It's easy to see. Not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just, is there a reason for it or was it just put up that way because it was in your aesthetic?
Yeah, these are all that navy blue too.
Which I like. It stands out.
Yeah.
But perhaps keep it for your different donation buttons just so it's standardized.
And there's a donate here and there's a monthly donations here. Where do you want me to go first?
Go ahead and hit donate.
Okay.
Let's take a look. And I agree, Michelle, in the comment section. Yes, you need a dark color so that it's easy to see. And I see that's why you're incorporating the navy on the main page. This one, designation amount, it immediately goes into monthly. Is that the tab that it's on out of the gate?
Yes.
Okay, and you have one time to review company. I like that. What's the one-time gift array? 50, 100, 250, and then double your impact. I really like that. That prompt right away. That's awesome. And then they can come and give a lower amount. And then if you scroll down on this one, even the match to the 2X, that's great at the top. What I would recommend, sorry, I'm leaning in to see, and you have the digital wallet option too. Does the digital wallet have icons on mobile? Like it does now with the Google Pay. If you're on mobile, does it pop up with digital options right away or do you have to select digital wallet?
Oh, good question. If I was on credit card, if I select digital wallet, it shows me GPay right now.
Okay. If you are able to add a GPay button just on top of or below your regular credit card information, there's people who are on an iPhone scrolling and they may not see that there's an easy digital wallet option.
Auto-populate that information.
Yes, we love an auto-populate. All right.
Okay,
And then
cool.
We want to keep rapid firing through?
We're rapid firing through.
Okay.
Let's see if I can we're on the last here. My timer's about to go off, but let's do this last one. And then we'll come back to websites. I just want to make sure we get through some email people too. Let's see if this one's going to load for me. Sarah Kessler, I am on yours. Unless I did the link wrong. Let's see if I can just go to your main page. Dun, dun, dun. Doesn't seem to be loading. Let me try Hattie. Let me try yours just to see if this will work. Okay, that one worked. So I'm not sure. Sarah Kessler, if you want to try to resend like your main website link, let me know and I will give yours another shot. Okay. This one is Hattie, Journey Home Animal Care Center.
All right. So I'm guessing this is a hosted page because it's not on their main, which is fine. I typically recommend an embed. It has a higher conversion rate. And then make your impact today for Animal Care Center. Donate once or become a humane hero, which I'm guessing is your monthly giving program. Reading through text. Okay. I don't know if that's immediately apparent that that's what a humane hero is. That's something I'll have Dana advise on though. That's not my specific niche. I like that you have amounts. $15, vaccinate 1 dog. $25, feed 12 dogs. Does this change if we toggle between one time and monthly?
Yes. Cool.
Okay. That's perfect. And it auto selects the one you want people to go forward with. Girl, I'm gonna give you a round of applause as we go through this. It's looking good. All right, tell us about yourself. You have bank account, PayPal, Venmo. Make the most of my donation. Add donor cover. Please note if donation is a gift or in memory of somebody. I like this form. It looks really good. You've optimized most of what we talk about. The main thing would just be getting this embedded so it's not taken to a new link. And then you have your cute pictures at the top. I'd almost like to see your logo be like in the middle or have one picture with it off to the side, just so it's not as visually stimulating when you first come in with the backgrounds being black and then your logo. Otherwise, round of applause, confetti.
Yeah, I agree. I would have it embedded for sure too. And because you can just add more context around it. I think that the messaging could be stronger, really speaking to the values, and I'm going to talk about this a lot, but and beliefs of these humane heroes that would be a part of it. And then I do agree, you could say become a monthly humane hero or become a humane hero, comma, our monthly giving community. The only reason I say that is because I worked with an organization on this where when you have one time and monthly, even though, I mean, it's very clear that it's selected as monthly here and there's a review donation. However, for those people that might say, I didn't know I selected monthly, you want to make it abundantly clear that if it's not a monthly only form page, and I think that's the big difference. That's why I always like to suggest having a monthly only landing page with a monthly only form, because then you're making it so clear to help with any cancellations you might get. Just like be abundant in stating this is a monthly gift. This is a monthly
Dana,
gift.
can you scroll down a second? Caroline pitched into the chat and she said that phone was required. I think I didn't see that when we first went through.
Oh,
Okay,
phone is
that's
optional.
optional. Okay. I will make my statement on phone number. It should be optional. You get a 20% higher conversion when it's optional. I don't know why people get weird about it. And for address, it depends on the organization. Some people need to track that, especially if they're like not month by month, but like state by state or city by city. Kind of depends on the org, what you need to be required there. And if they're using credit card, they're going to have to give that information either way.
My way around this, and I actually was just talking about this with a client yesterday, was if they are becoming a monthly donor, create a custom thank you page. And if you have a CRM tool can let you do this, for instance, they were using HubSpot, that you could have a form that ties to their CRM record. You can ask them follow-up questions after the gift has been processed, like what's your birthday? Or like a special note about if you're giving them a t-shirt, what's your t-shirt size? Or any of those kind of things. And you can do it after the transaction has been made. Or regardless of what platform you use, this can be in your email welcome series to monthly donors. We'd love to learn more about you and how you want to be communicated with. Here's a quick welcome to our monthly giving program form. You click a link that's in that email. It might have like very simple questions. One could be, do you want to receive text from us? Like, I think that's a big reason that you would want to have their phone number if you do SMS messaging or MMS messaging, but can you facilitate it afterwards? Okay. This was so fun. There are so many more. I am going to pause this share real quick. And where are my email people at? And Caroline, my copywriter, is on the call right now. So, I think Jeanette is ready. Yes. People are ready. Let me get these populated. Okay.
People are quick with the URLs.
Caroline, I've been giving you so many shout outs. Okay. Drop your link in here. Work with Caroline. She is amazing. Okay. I'm going to open both of these at once. Oh, Megan, that link says I can't access. Can you change it to be view or edit? Would be amazing. And I will go ahead. Let's see. I got Allison. Let's see. Okay, I think she's putting stuff in there. So let's go ahead and start with the Libra Institute Brain Trust. Okay. So Jeanette, I probably will ask you for context. So is this an acquisition email for someone to become a monthly donor? Or is this a thank you message? And this is for Jeanette. So if I read through this, over the past few weeks, we've gained a deeper understanding. So this is very similar to what I mentioned earlier about I see lots of people popping up on here to see it better. The bolding. This is something, Caroline, if you were on here when I talked about it earlier, that we talked about in our mastermind call this week, was going through and bolding lines so that people can skim. And something else I've learned from another email expert, Jess Campbell, is to have multiple hyperlinks throughout your emails. So for instance, okay, you are inviting people here. Oh, can I increase the letter size? Yes. So sorry. Let me see.
The bolding's also really helpful.
There we go.
People like me who have a goldfish attention span, because if I start scrolling through something and it catches my eye, makes it easier to digest.
Yes. And it looks like this is like an end of a series, because over the past few weeks, you've gained a deeper understanding. So you've been telling stories. Today, we invite you to take an even more profound step to become a brain trust partner. Boom. This should be hyperlinked. Hyperlink right here. Imagine a community, and I would do a new line. So that should be like staccato on its own line. Imagine a community bound by compassion and unwavering belief, working together to build a world free from the pain and mental illness. Awesome. That is the brain trust. Hyperlink. That is the brain trust. New line again, staccato. It's a group of individuals. This is awesome. As a donor, so I'm assuming this is going out. Oh, hyperlink what? You would hyperlink literally that phrase. That is the brain trust. Become a brain trust partner. Those words would be hyperlinked out to your monthly giving landing page or wherever that form links for them to take action. Together we build a bridge. We use every tool at our disposal. So here, you know the power of your contribution. So maybe these would be bulleted. So like bullet point together, do that line. Bullet point, we use every tool at our disposal. But then it's more than tools. And then again, the brain trust hyperlink isn't a giving program, it's a partnership. Oh, this is really good, compelling copy. I think it honestly just needs reformatting. I think right now it's just too bulky. In the honor of brain donors, keep the lab running. You're explaining what it goes towards. Awesome. So good. I think this is honestly just a reformatting, shorter paragraph sentences. Exactly. Staccato. Make sure I can easily skim it and read it. And if many of you signed up for this webinar through my emails, look back at those emails. They are all staccato. I practice what I preach. Another thing is, you don't necessarily have to bold things for attention. I've also heard that doing an italicized makes just as big of an impact. So think about the words that would be natural to italicize over bolding. Okay, I'm going to go ahead onto the next one just for the sake of time. Okay, I don't see this one yet. So let me go back up. I hope that was helpful. Let's see, Megan, if I can access yours now. Yes. Okay, ghost lighters. Let me make this copy bigger too. Oh, I can edit this one. Oh no, wait, maybe I can't. Request edit access. That's okay. Okay, I love this, that you have this at the top. So if you go back and look at any of the emails that I've sent also, you'll notice I have a very small logo at the top. When somebody is receiving an email from you, and check your stats on how many people are accessing your emails via phone versus desktop. This is going to take up a lot of space at the top. So how big is this image? Is it even needed? Could you just do a logo? Having name, yes, always, always. If you have first names, if you don't have a first name, something that I've done instead of friend has been game changer or world changer or something that could be a little bit more like fun or on brand for you instead of friend. Your generosity is truly illuminating. Oh, this is the first welcome to a monthly giving community. Okay, love this. Perfect. Same thing here. I would just bold, italicize, break this up even a little bit more. I love a good PS message. And I don't know if I would say not wish to receive email communications on the first one, but I do love, and I shared this in my email welcome series template for monthly donors, to ask people why they donated monthly in the PS message. So instead, give them a positive ability to respond to you. Um, and then maybe you can change these email communications later on, or people will let you know. It's been about a week since you chose to support arts. Hope you're feeling proud. So this is where, and I can find it and send it in the follow-up recap to this. In the second email, I always have it be a personal story from you, Megan. So, like, why do you do this work? And make it about, give them a connection point with you and your story, um, and why them joining this community means so much, so personally to you. Um, and then you can go on more to talking about the impact. Have you had a chance to explore your perks? Are they going to know what they are? You may do a reminder, like, in case you forgot them, like, click here, kind of thing. Weekly, you're setting them up for what they're going to receive. Awesome. Oh, here's your PS, not a fan of mail. Let's grab a coffee, chat on the phone. So I think this is funny. It speaks a little bit to your personality. Carrier pigeon is hilarious. Also, this is where if you are someone who, direct them to one place to connect with you, whether that's Instagram, LinkedIn, like put where your main thing is. Like if you post weekly on LinkedIn about impacting the organization, share that with them, like where you are a subject matter expert. But I do think that this is funny and leans into your personality, which I love. Okay. I am going to keep going down. I think, let's see, did we look at this one already? Oh, nope. Okay, this one's still blank. Okay, I'm going to go to Ernie. Let me see if I can get yours pulled up. And Grace, I am not looking at what the latest is on the chat if there's relevant things.
All right, I will call things out as they come through.
Okay. Standalone number 2. Did it give as low as $50? Okay, so I think this is a donation email. Okay, let me see if I can make this one bigger. Okay. Imagine being just a child, yet carrying the weight of hunger, loneliness, and fear. So, one, nights are cold, so much empty. So, what I would speak to, this is copy that's not matching the image that I'm seeing. It's a really happy, positive image. This looks like an amazing gift that she's receiving from your team. So, I would let this copy needs to set in first because this is heavy. I would let people feel this first, and then you're providing your transformation. How is the donor, the supporter, helping to make this beautiful images happen? So through Gift of Hope, and I'm not sure if this is a monthly gift or not, but if you're looking for monthly, I would be specific that you're asking for a monthly gift and what your consistent support means for her, that she's not forgotten. Like your monthly gift is more than charity. It's consistent love. Like there's different words that you can add in to speak to the recurring, to be able to make sure that that's your priority in this email. And I always have said that one-time and recurring asks can fit in the same email. You are giving them the option of how they prefer to choose, but that the messaging should be different in how they want to support you. So explain the one-time gift. And then you can have constant committed support that's speaking more to like the visions and the values of your org. Awesome. Okay, let's go to Megan. Thank you all.
All right, you have a follow-up question to the personal story comment. Shouldn't the stories be more focused on the organization is supporting than me?
Ooh, so good.
True.
No.
Yeah.
Your stories amplify the work because people connect with people all day, hands down. I just shared a very personal LinkedIn post yesterday. I helped launch Turner Syndrome Foundation's monthly giving program and was talking about my chromosome abnormality and my personal story, your personal story, and why you're doing what you're doing matters. Matters. Your story, I have a whole keynote on this. Your story, unapologetically share it completely. Like, if that is one thing everybody takes, you all have experiences and stories to share. And those are the things that people can just so relate to. And that's why, like, I am such huge fans of certain people who run organizations because I love that they've been vulnerable to share their stories. Your story about your organization is out there, like times a million. But like, have those individual connection points. It makes your emails feel human. It does. Okay, I could be on a whole soapbox on that. That was a
Soapbox.
great question.
It is. And Megan, you have a lot of that information on your donation page. They got to the emails through your community, through your page. They know a lot of that. You're personally connecting in the follow-up.
Yes, agreed. Okay, this is from Susan. I think, Susan, this is a postcard looking at the PDF. Become a best friend, I was a Girl Scout, by the way. On my honor, I will try. I remember all the things. I made it up to juniors. I was a killer at selling Girl Scout cookies.
I can see that for you.
Thanks. Back then, they were $3 a box. I think they're like more than double now.
Not inflation.
That's
Anyway,
right.
Back
That's
to
right.
email.
Susan, on this copy. Okay, if I'm a postcard, I do love that there's a QR code. I think you could do something fun on this QR code with having an arrow. Like, what are we doing on the arrow? I'm assuming we're donating, but if there's like something fun about like the Give Monthly, or it's becoming the best friend with an arrow. Your monthly gift does more than support Girl Scouts. It creates stability. How can we add more visuals to this? So the best way I like to talk about it is mind movies. And there's so many fun ways that you can do this with Girl Scout cookies. It's like, we all love chomping down on a Thin Mint, but what makes lasting change, right? Like, think about the things that or going to camping trips and learning how to like make a fire. Like, if you have probably a lot of monthly donors or donors that were previous Girl Scouts, said I, and how can you play to that nostalgia in things like this? And maybe you can segment, maybe you have a segmented group where maybe who have been Girl Scouts and could do that with this or test. But I think this could be really playful language here. That could also work for email. Okay, we are big fan of okay, I'm seeing a bunch of comments. Ooh, I love that somebody's using Flowdesk. That's my email platform.
We also have someone asking about your thoughts on QR codes for older donors or people that hate them. You've got strong opinions or no?
And I'd love your thoughts on this too. So QR codes in email, no, because they're likely viewing them on mobile. And if they're on desktop, they're on their computer. So that doesn't make sense to use QR code. You just click right to the link. QR codes for postcards and for in-person events, yes, for sure. And I would say those are very one-off people, because QR codes are at literally every restaurant, so many restaurants these days, on how we do so many things. So I think it's way more common. So I would say use them, but in the right application. Any thoughts, Grace, from your side on that?
No, I completely agree, because we have people who will do in-person events and want to drive to a donation form. So they'll have QR codes around, but it doesn't necessarily make sense when it's already online. They're already on their device. It can be a link. But yes, on a flyer, a mailer, it makes it easy for people to pop them up, but it's not the only CTA for people who'd rather just look you up on Google.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, this email is so fun.
I like the apples. Very cute.
One, it's so funny because you do have the small logo. Love this because it captures my attention at the top because it has movement. That's the heart of grass growers. I would hyperlink grass growers. Go right to the page. Again, people might literally not go anywhere besides the very top of your email. So don't miss the opportunity to have them link out to something. Love you did bolding, healthy, thriving community, amplifier impact together. There's a 5,000 challenge grant to match new monthly donations. Amazing. Why do now? Again, hyperlink right here. Double your impact. I would your monthly gift. I would hyperlink right here. I know this is going to sound obnoxious, but I promise you, like, I'm not saying to bold and hyperlink, just hyperlink, because don't miss the opportunity for somebody to just be like, yep, boop, I'll do that. Budget friendly, powerful, strength and community. When we chip in, we all create something greater than ourselves. This is great. Love this. Yay. I love that you have an example of social proof. This is great. Love. I think this is so fun. Actually, this part to include in like every email you send, and then have the opportunity. Yes, all the confettis. Everybody loves it too. So good. Love this example. And you can play off of this. This might be part of a series that you have, but play off of this. Okay. We are at 2 minutes till time, and there are more that I could get to. Hattie is asking, is that animated piece a GIF or GIF? I don't know. Is this something now that you can do in Flowdesk? And it would still work in mobile. It's still animated. There's so many things that I know we couldn't get to all of you today. This was a great hour. Yay, I'm so glad. I hope there was some things that you took just from being able to see your peers' examples live. And thank you so much to everyone that allowed us to be able to use their examples. I have pinned at the top. There's a podcast episode. There is a link to view the pop-up experience that Grace shared at the beginning, to book a personalized call with her, with their team. Yay. I hope this was incredibly useful. My biggest, before everybody starts to leave, and we are 1 minute to time, check your copy. Check your copy on your messaging on your websites, your emails. Make sure it feels human. Grace, on the websites, what would be like top 2 main tips from some things we saw today?
Top 2 main tips from what we looked at today?
Yeah, forms, websites.
Make it easy to see, easy to read. Just clarity from colors to how you have it, whether it's one time, monthly, it's just clarity. Have someone else look at your page. You've looked at it all day long. Have someone else just take a peek for readability.
Love this. Yay, best hour so far this week. I love that. Yay. Okay, we will send out, and please, again, if we did not get to you, Grace was so kind to mention, please like take up the team on that offer. This is the best time to do this. Don't let a friction point be the reason. It's a quick fix that a donation doesn't happen this giving season. Thank you all so much. I'm going to wrap us right at time. I appreciate you all, and I'm so excited to see, what podcast, Annie? Missions to Movements. Scott Cross from the I Donate team came on and talked about A/B testing, friction, a bunch of things. Yeah, book a tune-up. Yay. Thank you, Grace. Amazing. Thank you all. Appreciate you. See you soon.